Howdy doody, everybody. Let's see. Let's get on the right scene here. There we go. How's everybody's Saturday? So today, I have a pretty hard stop, I think, around like 6, or at least I'm going to aim for it. Also, I'm on call this weekend, so while unlikely, it is possible still I may have to leave before that if I get a call from work. So just preempting all of that right out of the gate for everybody. Let's see. They changed the layout for the YouTube thing. So like a lot of, okay, there it is. I'm still trying to figure out where everything is on this side now. All right, there we go. All right, what's up, D. Cole? Whoa, what the fuck? Why does it do that? Why does it always reset my shit? There we go. Even changed the color too, for some reason. There we go. Close enough. Good enough. The fuck? What's the point of having an account if you're just gonna reset shit? There we go. Let's see. What's up, Christian? What's up, Omni? Great news! They announced episodes 7 and 8 of Digital Circus will be out December 12th and March 20th, 2026. Well, I got plenty of time. There's 9 episodes planned, right? Is that correct? What's up, Janie? Salute, mon ami, aka hello, my friend. How are you? What a twist for Peacemaker. What do you think would happen next in this series? Well, I mean, apparently they have confirmed we're not getting a season 3. That there is no intention of them doing a 3rd season. That all these storylines, these characters will continue on in other things in the DCU, which I think is really weird, especially with the Keith thing. Like, I felt like so many things were just left up in the air by the end, but whatever. Did you watch or hear on Castlevania or Castlevania Nocturne series is the best of Halloween? Best time for Halloween. I mean, I've talked about them before. It's one of those shows that I'm really interested in checking out one of these days. I just don't know when. So yeah, I've heard great things about them. I've never played any of the games, so it would be my entryway into that. What's up, Cole? Can you imagine if Imp was sent to one of the door dimensions, like the critters or even the screaming skeleton spiders? That would be kind of funny to see. I'd love to see their reactions. What's up, 10K? Did I see the new song for Hazbin Hotel called Gravity, and it's sung by Lute? I mean, I saw that it exists. I am not watching it before the shows come out, before the season's out. I don't know why anybody would, to be honest. Also thought there was a lot of people disappointed with the finale of Peacemaker. What did you think? Watch my reaction. I too am disappointed. Annoyed even. I won't be there for the whole live. Got a lot to do and I have 3 questions. One, do you think a tape measure would work as a time machine? No. Logistically, no. Like, it makes absolutely no sense how that functions at all. How do you feel about the Time Baby? It's creepy as hell. I don't know what the point of its existence is, nor this time cop thing, because it didn't prevent anything, because it was already set in stone, because it had already happened before they even arrived, because it was set in time, and because we saw it in an earlier episode. That means that it was always destined to happen, no matter who intervened with what. Anyway, sorry. And how do you feel about the glorious King Waddles? And also, what's your favorite episode so far? Episode 10 is still my favorite episode so far, and you guys, at least here, will see it next week. If you've been on Patreon, you may have seen it 2 weeks earlier. You may have seen it 4 weeks earlier. So far, what are your top 5 characters of Gravity Falls? I'm just going to give you my favorite, which is Dipper. I mean, Dipper's probably my favorite, probably just because I relate to him probably the most. But the funniest is Mabel. But Dipper's my favorite character. And then it would probably be Mabel, then Stan, and then Wendy, and Suze, I guess. Like, we'll just go down that list right there. Also, sorry for not catching last week's live. Got my first job. Well, congrats. Hell yeah. Well, the Traineers, they're back. No pet names, please. Razorverse, what are you doing? Let's not be weird this stream, guys. Or what happened last week will happen again. What's up, David Keene? How are you? What's up, BMK? How are you? I'm doing good, doing good. What's up, Bianca? JC? I have a question. What is your favorite thing to do on Halloween night? I mean, honestly, really, just sit back and watch scary movies or something like that. That's pretty much my go-to. And what's my favorite trick-or-treat candy? I don't know, man. Probably Reese Cups or shit, which is the one? Three Musketeers, maybe? Or I always forget which one's which. I know it's not Snickers. It's not Kit Kat. There's another one. I can't remember which. I get all of them kind of mixed up in my head. I think it might be. Maybe it is Snickers. I don't know. There's one of those that has like the chocolate coating around it and the caramel in the center and like a wafer. That's it. And do you ever get nightmares or do you ever get night terrors? I've never had a night terror. I've had many nightmares. When I was a kid, I almost exclusively had nightmares. What's up, Logan? How are you? What's up, Shadowblade? What's up, Dirty? What's up, Terrence? We got Nikki as well. What's up, Dalton? How are you? Michael Hack is in the house. Thomas Bennett, what's up? Matt Pat will voice Toy Bonnie in FNAF Movie 2. Interesting. It's interesting. I think it's fun that they brought him back, and he's going to be doing a voice for one of the characters. That's cool. Nice shirt. Thank you. Got this from Denise Mauricio, who's gifted me a lot of One Piece stuff via our P.O. box. And this is yet another nice little joke gift that I wore. I just recorded another round of One Piece episodes before we got into this. I've recently been watching a new anime called Dororo. If you haven't seen it, I cannot recommend it enough. It's so good. We won't be getting to it anytime soon. I missed the You Will Be Okay remix last week. We create a mood and then we detract, and it throws people off, I'm sure. They're releasing Doctor Who Series 10 soundtrack. They might have some lost episodes. Ooh, well, that's fun. We keep an eye out for that then. Some Nikki. I'm about to board a flight back home from Denver, Colorado. I made sure to download your Corpse Bride reaction as well as some of your Gravity Falls episodes to keep me company. Well, have a safe trip, safe flight, and I'm glad I will be filling your ears on the ride there. And yes, right there with Vince seconding all of that. It's been raining here all day, but okay, otherwise, playing a lot of BG3. God, I still need to go through again on my second playthrough for BG3. My God, I love that game so much. I finally picked up Rebirth again, though. I'll be posting a new video and update to that probably tomorrow. About 5.5 hours of progress finally made. And then I'm going to be trying to pick up with that as soon as possible to just so I can get into some of the other games I haven't been able to watch. What's up, Q Daddy Beastars fan? I'm excited for the new season of Hazbin Hotel. Fuck yeah, I'm excited. You bet your ass I am. And thank you for that super chat. We got another one here from Traineers. Hey, so I joined the channel membership. Also, adore you. Well, thank you so much for the support and the super chat. And the adoration. Just please behave yourself. I would hate to have to time out or ban a member, but I'm not against or opposed to that. What's up, Zasmin? How are you? Just want to say hello and hope the kitties and you are doing well. All is good on this front. The 3 kittens are all fixed now as of this week. Just finally let Piper out because she had her insides churned out, and she's out of her kennel and integrating. I still got to keep an eye on her because it is still kind of, it's in the first week of that, so of the spaying, so always keeping my eyes on her. When I can. She likes to hide. So when do you think Lex is going to betray Rick? Almost as soon as possible. Maybe in Man of Tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, the Lex and Superman team-up is going to come out of that, but maybe it's, who knows? Maybe in that movie at the end of it, or maybe somewhere later down the road. Who's to say? So far, my ranking for the DCU is 1, Season 1 of Peacemaker. 2, Superman. Season 2, Peacemaker. And then Jumba, shut the fuck up. Hold on, I gotta let him out. I don't know. I doubt you all heard that, but that was Jumba screaming at me. I left the door open because he was inside. He just kind of comes around these days just to get some food and then peace out. All of his kids are way too old and in his face now that he'll just come in, eat, and leave. He cannot stand being in the house with all of his children anymore. Yeah, so like he'll just like from the corner when he's ready to leave. He sounds so pathetic. Kind of hate that Peacemaker storylines didn't get wrapped up on the actual show. Same. You wonder why there's 2 channels with my name? That's because of a glitch with YouTube. That's different what you said last time. Last week you said something very different. I was disappointed by the Peacemaker finale because no resolution to Earth X whatsoever. Yeah, kind of weird that thread was just left up in the air. They have a portal now too, and they didn't address that at all. Anyway, maybe it'll impact one of the other shows down the week. In Hell of a Boss, Androphus refers to Stella as attractive, not because he finds her romantically attractive, but because it's her only good trait. She's a horrible mother, wife, and person, and Androphus is aware of this and uses her attractiveness as her only defense. Oh yeah, I know. It's still weird. It doesn't make it not weird. But listen, I'm at a point where I don't think I need much of anything in Hell of a Boss explained to me. Not to be too cocky. But anyway, hopefully soon, whenever this mystery channel finally posts their video for Hell of a Boss that I've been teasing, I'm finally going to be putting up my Adam Nalen interview. Got an hour and 23 minutes of an interview with the man, and had a juicy little chat that I can't wait to share with y'all. I mean, let's be real. No spoilers or anything like that. I would never prompt that from a reaction stance at all, but it's a great fun little behind the scenes look in the behind the making of the show and all of that. So I'm excited to finally share that. Gravity slaps, you'll love it when you see it. I'm excited, man. I cannot wait. I can't fucking wait. The imps from Caneland World remind me of Gray Matter from Ben 10. Kinda. A little bit, yeah, kinda. Egg. Let's see. I didn't really like this season of Pissmaker. Look at you, Dalton. It definitely had a lot of issues. It had a lot of structural and pacing issues, but I do think it had some of the best character moments between both seasons. I think it had some of the highest highs between both seasons, but it's just there's a lot in my opinion that needed to be removed and expanded upon. Said this episode 7 was too short, but now I think Peacemaker finale was too long. That was the only episode this season where I didn't think it needed to be an hour. True. I kind of agree with you on that stance. What's up, Gavin? Hope you're good. Did you see the Invincible Season 4 teaser? It's just another one of those hee ha ha, we're showing off character arc behind the scenes stuff and just be like, hey guys, don't worry, we still exist and we're making the show. I watched it. Nothing huge to report on. It was funny. It had the hee-hees and ha-has, but yeah, I watched it. It's fine. It was definitely not reaction worthy in my opinion. What do you think about Addict? And do you think it sounds good? You mean like the Has Been Hotel song, Addict? I enjoyed it. I reacted to the video on the channel if you haven't checked that out. I assume that's what we're talking about. The way your hair looks laid down reminds me so much of Economos. I don't know if I should be offended by that or not. Have I seen the Normies Peacemaker intro dance? I have not. I have not. Jesse Omni liking the shirt. Hell yeah. This was a fun one. This was a fun little gift. So I was excited and gleefully happy to wear it while watching One Piece this time around. I think the cameos James Gunn teased were the small characters from Superman and 2 bands that played. Apparently somebody reposted this clip of him teasing Blue Beetle was going to be in Peacemaker Season 2. And he straight up says, the dodging the question and being all like, I think they did a lot. And he said a lot of other things too that I think overhyped the hell out of it. I think Lex Luthor was the big thing, but like I mentioned many times, I feel like, you know, that was expected given the storyline. That wasn't a surprise to me. Like I've said in my videos, I would have been surprised if he didn't show up. How do you speak so much without a breath? I breathe between my words. NYCC Marvel Animation television panel happened recently. And as far as I know, I haven't heard any big news Marvel side today. So let me know if there's anything I've missed out on or any trailers or whatnot. Because right now the only thing I've felt like checking out for the channel at least was the Critical Role stuff. And another egg. I don't understand what's going on with this egg character popping in here, but whatever. Enjoy yourself. As long as you're not being problematic, egg away. We need to abolish 8-episode seasons. I don't think that's the problem. I mean, it works functionally for these high-budget projects. You can't do 20-something episodes. I've said this so many times. You can't do long seasons at the quality of television we expect these days. You can't. It's impossible. You'd have to cheapen something. So it's a trade-off. It's one or the other. You're gonna get a shittier looking show with less fantastical stuff and get it longer than you would right now with how things are playing out. What's up, Hero's Journey? So they gave the dates for all the other shows, but not Vision Quest. Fun. Interesting. That's curious. Let's see, Rose. What's up, Rose? Did you hear about Vision Quest panel and trailer today? It sounds cool, so I'm excited for it to be released. Was there actually a trailer shown? Because I've heard absolutely nothing so far. Maybe just a rumor, or I don't know. Did the live-action Halo series make you ever more mad when they made Master Chief reveal his face? No. That was one of the few things that I didn't have a problem with. Because, I mean, just because when you're playing as him, he never has his helmet off, doesn't mean he never takes his helmet off. In the books, his helmet's off most of the time. He's not on a mission. At the end of Halo 4, he finally takes off his armor for the first time in forever. You know, we see his eyes in one of the animations. Like, he's not realistically, that only is functionally the case for the player to insert themselves into the game. Functionally, it is ridiculous to assume he never takes his fucking helmet off. I do think he did do it too much though. There was that. Sometimes he'd put it on for half a scene just to take it off. Put it on 2 seconds, take it off. In situations where he should probably still have it on. So the way they danced around that, it was kind of weird. Yeah, but when you say cameos, you know what people are gonna think. I mean, it's just the way that he talked about it too. So I think James is at fault as well for the overblown expectations. I don't think this is a Marvel situation where people just build it up crazily in their head at a point, but the way he talked about it definitely made it sound like it was going to be this big mind-bending thing, like people were going to lose their shit. That's how he talked about it. That's the way he described it at certain points. So like, I'm like, no, not really. I'm excited for the Salvation storyline, which according to James Gunn ties into Lanterns and Creature Commando Season 2, not just Man of Tomorrow, which makes me wonder which version of Salvation they're going to go with. The New Frontier one or the more recent one with like Darkseid, Desaad, and all of that, which will be really interesting to see whichever way they go with it. Did I see the Invincible tease? We just covered that as well. P.S. Love your shirt. Thank you. FNAF 2 panel at NYCC broke my brain. I'm not a FNAF guy, so I don't know. I would not have known what to do with anything that was revealed there. I watched the movie. That's the extent of what I know about that universe and that lore and that world. When do you plan to upload episode 13 of Gravity Falls on Patreon? Oh yeah, shit. Where is that? So I had it up and ready to post yesterday and got swept up in everything else and just simply forgot. So guess what? Hold up. I also forgot to update all the other timings for the other episodes, but it's there now. So you should have it at this very moment, assuming this page loads. There it is. There you go. Sorry about that. Let's see. I learned something that made me feel really old. I do that every day. They are teaching the 2000s in histories classes now. What is there to teach other than like, I mean, I guess some world events like wars. I mean, 9/11. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, obviously mentions, but I don't know what there is to like really dive into about the 2000s. Did you see the Wonder Man trailer? No. I'm not aware that there is one. I don't know if I will watch it though. I'm very picky and choosy about my trailers. I did see that James Darcy's returning for Vision Quest though. Hell yeah. Also, if you're on Patreon, you can watch my reactions to Agent Carter. Currently, I'm not planning on releasing that on YouTube, so that's, at the moment, only over there. New has-been U2's variants. How be? How get? Alright, well, god damn it. More stuff I gotta buy. Okay, so yes, Vision Quest is exclusively, the trailer was exclusively shown there. So that's good to know. As far as the other stuff, I don't think nothing's showing up. Let's see. Hey, happy to hop on here while you're actually live. Happy Saturday. And how's life been treating you? Ready for Has-Been? I can't fucking wait for Has-Been. And life's been pretty okay. Pretty busy, but I can't really complain all too much. Anything I have to complain about is really self-inflicted. So, yeah. Also, Rick Sr. Took a drastic turn from Superman from not wanting metahumans locked up to wanting them locked up. And also him laughing at people dying was silly in my opinion. I did see, like seeing imps though. Those aren't imps though. Like people called that thing that Augie killed in the woods an imp, which is not what DC imps are. And those also aren't imps. Like imps are just little humans. Like, if we're talking about like Mxyzptlk or Nori or any of the other ones that we interact with or Batmite, those are imps, fifth dimensional imps. They look nothing, we've not seen anything that looks like those at all yet. What's up, Personian, how are you? Did I see the new Glitch show? Which show? The newest thing I'm aware that came out of Glitch was Guinevere, which we watched. If there's something new, no idea. Since it's Halloween, and yes, I got done with everything, so I'll be catching up on the full live. I wanted to ask you with Halloween, and what was your favorite Halloween movie growing up, and what was Halloween? Probably the first Halloween movie. Not just because Halloween in general, but Halloween for Halloween, I would watch Halloween. Here we are. Your favorite costume you did for Halloween? What was your favorite Halloween moment you had? probably when I got drunk at like 28 and just had a fucking ball at a Halloween party we threw at my apartment. Favorite costume? Probably back in the day when I was a kid, and it was the White Power Ranger. You know, full suit, full shield and everything, back in the day when they made them better than they do currently. I thought that was sick as hell. And also, shit, I have to go. I'm really sorry. Grandpa fell and hurt himself. Oh, God. Yeah, get out of here and take care of that. Hope everything's okay. Let's see. A big mug. Also, hi. Yeah, my whiskey glasses were dirty. I forgot to hit start on the wash. So I'm drinking whiskey out of my Final Fantasy VII mug. Let's see. Rick doesn't care about metahumans. He only cares about Peacemaker. Yeah, that's what it seems like, that this was just one means to an end to justify him putting Peacemaker on a prison world. Though, in hindsight, I mean, it does feel like a big old leap from Creature Commandos to Superman to here. Like he's really sunken into this vengeance quest at the cost of his morality. And it feels like a turn that they didn't execute smoothly at all. You know, it does feel, especially like when, like we were talking about, like he's gleefully laughing and celebrating as his men are being eaten, blown up, killed, mutilated, all of that. And that's fucked. And that's not the Flag that we've known up until this point. These are humans. These are humans that he's supposedly siding with. And they're his own kind. They're not metahumans, they're not whatever. And he's just like, results, because I gotta fuck with this big buff dude that killed my son. He's completely lost the fucking script at this point. Also, could we get a Checkmate show? I mean, that could also be possible. We might not get a Peacemaker season 2 because the next show could be Checkmate. And it's the ensemble. It's essentially Peacemaker season 3, but it's not called Peacemaker season 3. That could be true. I guess the point is he's consumed by revenge. I don't know. Like, yeah, but like, it just feels so abrupt. Like, I don't feel like there was a, like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't feel like his rationale makes any sense, even when factoring in revenge. What do you think of K-pop Demon Hunters? Watch my reaction to the movie and you'll see that I fucking loved it. Have I ever watched One Piece? David, are you... I get confused sometimes when I get certain questions, because it just makes me like, you're here in the live stream, and then I'm just like, do you watch my videos at all? Yeah, I've been reacting to it for well over almost 2 years now, give or take, maybe a year and a half. I literally opened the stream talking about how I just wrapped up recording more episodes. Yeah, I just wrapped up episode 286. I'm wearing a One Piece shirt. Of course I watch One Piece. Or I'm watching it. Well, I'm more confused about last week than I am now. I don't know how, and I'm not going to talk about it. What's up, Lokester? How are you? Favorite egg type? Like, from an animal? Like chicken egg, ostrich egg? Or like over easy, sunny side up, scrambled? I'm a scrambled guy, if that's what we're talking about. Flag having a full 180 and being a massive catch you next Tuesday was unsurprising, but still disappointing. Like, I would not be surprised seeing him being morally compromised. We know he wasn't perfect in Creature Commandos, but he at least kind of cared about his team, and they were all metahumans. And then even, yeah, there was remorse with having to take Superman in, but it was the law, it's what had to be done, and he went with that. And then he's completely lost it all now. over this Peacemaker thing. And it's not even just Peacemaker. Peacemaker is like at the center of it, but now he's just like, all metahumans must be locked up on this prison planet. And the way he talked, it started off talking like it was like, oh, the people that we can't house in these prisons because they'll just break out. And then the way he continued to talk about it made it seem like it was anybody that was a metahuman, which seems so like we've lost the script, you know? What's the plot here? Will we be getting an animated film adaptation of Batman Nightfall starting in 2026? We will be, or will we? Sent you an Instagram DM, NYCC related. Rebirth Odin is bullying me. I've not got that far just yet. I am in chapter 9 at the moment. I just started chapter 9. Tomorrow is a no-go because I got family here this weekend. That's one of the reasons I have a hard stop at 6. And then I also have a bunch of recording to do, so my weekends are usually pretty packed. I apologize. But thank you for the super chat, hero. Let's see, Wonder Man trailer. It's not out there to my knowledge. What's up, Sleepy? How are you? Good to see you after being MIA the last couple of weeks. Had a birthday weekend in Colorado. Hell yeah, happy birthday, and just got a small promotion at work. Hell yeah, double hell yeah. I do sleep studies and will start working in research soon. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell, get in on that. What's up, gamer? Modric. Oh my god, Marvel is cooking 2026. We're getting Wonder Man January 27th. Okay, so they pushed Wonder Man back. That's good. That's good news. Daredevil Born Again is March. X-Men 97 season 2 in summer. Spider-Man 4 July, and Spider-Man animated series in fall, and Doomsday. I hope that's the 98 remake or whatever continuation. Dororo is an anime based on the manga of the same name, written and illustrated by Osamu Tezuka, the creator of Astro Boy, in the modern anime style. Is really good. Also really, really dark. R.I.P. Diane Keaton. Oh, that's some horrible news to get right now. But yeah, if that's legit, big R.I.P. right there, man. Got my friends who have never done anything D&D related to give BG3 a shot, and all of the chaos that has followed is everything I could hope for, so that's a priority. And also, I need to play Rebirth. Dude, I played it solo. I think that would be both extremely frustrating, especially for me, but also pretty fun to play with a group like that. Did I see the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms premiering January 18th, 3 days after my birthday? I didn't see the date. I did see the trailer though. Let's see. I mean, did you see that? Yes. Did you hear about the new Ben 10 comic? Yes, I think. Absolute Ben 10, is that what it's called? I've seen some people sharing it around. Heard the Mao, just saw the news articles. This Peacemaker finale was okay. The way Gunn was talking about these last 3 episodes was like wild and about to go down, and evil Sith Rick Flag was kind of surprising. I'm with you on that one, Jazzy. I'm right there with you. I think you have DBZ figures in the back. Which transformation is your favorite? Super Saiyan 4 is my favorite transformation in Dragon Ball, any of them. And I have one. I have a figure for it. Relatable. Gutted he didn't make a cameo. Now Peacemaker season ended. Did James Gunn overhype the final 3 episodes, and are you excited for Lanterns? I'm excited for Lanterns, and yes, he did exactly overhype the shit out of the last 3 episodes. What's up, Sketch? Hello there. It's Morbin time. The show's so good. I'm just going around to split and finish it. See you around. Get to it and get back here then. Lanterns is premiering early 2026. Invested in a Nintendo Switch for myself. Got the OLED model, and it's a better quality one. At the moment, I have Mario Kart, Sonic Color, Ultimate Mario Kart, and it's a lot of fun, and also good evening. Yeah, I'm, if I ever have like some spare money to just dump, I might get the Switch 2 just so I can play some of my Switch 1 games at a reasonable FPS. Because I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild or even entertained playing the new Pokemon games. Did you all watch Hazbin Hotel Gravity? I mentioned this earlier. I have no idea why anybody would watch it until the show comes out. I'm not watching any of that shit until it's in the episode. Personally. How it's meant to be watched. Peacemaker runs into Sephiroth and dies immediately. My brother's kid had a little baby kittens, and they all have one. I named her Cheryl from Riverdale. That's why I needed my cat. Aw, that's adorable. Honestly, waiting for the non-gun DCU projects like Supergirl, Lanterns next year by my boy Tom King. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what some other projects he's not had his hands on feel like. That's what I'm really looking forward to right now, I think. I think James Gunn jammed this time, or did he misfire? I think he misfired. Not quite jammed, but misfired. Also, the way I described Gunn's creative style is he's more full automatic than a single shot precision. That makes sense. That, weirdly enough, makes sense. James said there will be no Peacemaker Season 3 as of now, but Salvation will impact other shows and movies. For hardcore fans like us, that's cool, but for general audiences, it's strange. I mean, I think it's strange either way to just, not even for the Salvation thing. The Salvation thing is whatever. Like, that doesn't really impact my view of the season at all. It's the Earth X stuff. It's the Keith stuff. It's the stuff that wasn't necessary in the season that we spent so much time focused on that ended up not mattering at all. There's a lot of other shit like that, you know. In my opinion, I think episode 8 of Peacemaker is a good season finale, but not a good series finale, if you get what I mean. Yes, I agree with that. It's a great final episode of a season that was really flawed. And yeah, and not a good series finale, correct. Watched Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode 9 for the first time today, and I'm low-key destroyed. The Red Wedding sure was red, and I'm going to see the finale tomorrow. Oh, you winter child. Or summer child, that's the phrase. Winter is coming. And you're not even there yet. Yeah, that's the first, like, holy fuck. Iconic moment right there. Fashionably late to the stream tonight, but happy Saturday nonetheless. Love the Corpse Bride reaction this week. Thank you, Stareface. The imps from Peacemaker remind me of P-Teen from Doctor Who. Yeah, kind of. I'm just glad they finally dropped the bird blindness jokes. I'm surprised it didn't come back when they started doing like the animal quizzes at the end. One of the biggest downfalls of the shows is pacing. There are plenty of shows that are considered bad, but could have so much better if the pacing was better. Very, very fucking true. What are my thoughts on the Wonder Man trailer? Again, apparently people will see in a trailer that I do not know exists. I'm probably not going to react to it if it is out there in the world. Yeah, it is out there. It's right here. I don't know. I don't know if I'll react to it. I don't know if I have time to react to it right now. Maybe it might have to be tomorrow. I don't know. I might just watch it in my own time. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not really looking forward to it, then again, I'm not looking forward to most Marvel projects. I must say it's really cool to see a streamer read all the chat messages despite knowing it might take a while. I've never seen anybody with a big following do that. I love what you do, Omni. I do skip a couple here and there if it's not directed at me, or if I'm just like, I'm just not going to address that. But yeah, I try, but I do have a hard stop today, and I can get like an hour behind. I've been an hour and a half behind before, but usually I sometimes wind up 45 minutes to 30 minutes behind chat. So it does kind of take a while, but we'll see what happens. Forget I've asked this before. Which MCU shows are you reacting to next year? I mean, I'm going to try to do all of them. I mean, I haven't not reacted to an MCU show. So, yeah. Aloha for the West Coast. What do you think is the most topic going on in the gaming world right now? People fixating on Mystique's appearance for the half a second that she showed up in that Wolverine trailer. calling it woke mystique or whatever. I'm like, none of you have touched a fucking woman or even look at a real woman. Stop jerking it to AI, you goonin' fucking dipshits. I'm so sick of that shit, man. Anyway, listen, Stevie AG could still get it. Man is 6'6". Hell yeah. That's fucking massive. Me over here with my little 5'8"ness. Also, another live stream brought this up, but Peacemaker Season 2 didn't mention anything about Eagly being the Prime Eagle. Yeah, after it happened, nothing. It just went away. The teaser for Invincible made me worry, mostly due to the character that they teased. After reading the comics earlier this year, no one is ready for what is coming. That is what I have heard. So I'm excited to see it when it comes either way. So I heard Stranger Things Season 5 episodes would be 2 hours long. Again, that's from a source that I don't know about. I've seen the same posts. I've seen that most of them will be for an hour to 2 hours plus long. But I don't know how reliable that source is. I hope it's not, but we will see. Because I might have to put every other video on pause for Stranger Things on Stranger Things weeks. How are you going to do your videos for the long episodes? Question. I mean, I just do it like I would do all my other fucking movie reactions or any of my other long episode reactions. It's not going to change how I release the video, just how long it might take me to get it out. See some reactions to who watched Peacemaker finale and say we didn't get to see them recruit Flory, part of the gang. It came out of nowhere. I kind of agree. I think we saw that slowly and gradually through Sasha's reactions and her leaving to his reactions to his people being discarded. I don't think we needed it. He was being actively pushed out throughout that montage. And it could have been one of those things where he could have sat down and had a conversation and shown it. But all season long, Flag has been pushing away the people he leaned on the most. And especially at the end, by going to the multiverse, we had a whole ass montage of him breaking ties and fracturing his trust with his team. And his team eventually left him. So, yeah. I don't know. I think we could have got a little bit more of an allusion to it, but we saw that happening. We just didn't hear the conversation. Let's see. Thank you for the super chat. Again, we got a couple from you here. Am I aware we can do polls and streams? Of course I'm aware that we can do polls and streams. I don't have time for polls and streams. Am I aware that Satan will appear in Hazbin Hotel? Yes, we've talked about it. I have a TikTok video breaking it down as well that I posted the day that news came out. But when that'll be, who knows? It's most certainly not going to be in Season 2, though. More than likely either Season 3 or Season 4, I think. Where did I leave off? Here we are. Egg. Peacemaker wasn't that high of a budget. I don't think Lanterns will be high budget, though. Lanterns will definitely be high budget, but Peacemaker, like, you might not see the money, but there's a lot of money being spent, thrown around, especially in these final couple of episodes. But maybe not that much, but, you know what I'm saying. Danny DeVito Choice, can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time? Did you know about the DC Salvation storyline and Checkmate? I think that was James was talking about. Checkmate I was not familiar with. Salvation I didn't immediately recognize, but it did click after the fact. I was too behind on stuff to post in an insert. I was just like, I don't know. I didn't even click with it earlier on in that while it was happening. I was just so befuddled by everything that was happening in that last episode, I think. Closest we can get in terms of a high budget show with 10 or 12 episodes of either Harry Potter show or future Games of Thrones spinoffs, in my opinion at least. I think, like I've said before, I think like 10 to 13 is like the sweet spot for like compromise between the two. Regarding the English comment Rose made earlier, the trailer was earlier, no official trees. Yeah, we covered that. Can't wait to hear Lee Pace voice Invincible. Love his voice as Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy. Knights of the Seven Kingdoms will be 6 episodes, 30 minutes each. Really? That's interesting. I thought it was a very charming trailer because it had like a very hopeful and bright tone. There was definitely some discourse and some Game of Thronesism that's bled into that trailer, but for the most part, it had a very bright, uplifting kind of outlook on it. I know where those two end up, so that's probably the reason for that, where Dunk and Egg end up. But yeah, imagine Mando doing the Master Chief helmet off thing. Oh yeah, that would be so frustrating. I've seen the Armosaurus teaser trailer. I have no idea what that is, so that's a no. Also, if you don't have that place left, Chris is Salvation Island, which is a large group of supervillains being exiled to planet Cygnus 4019, also known as Salvation, where they keep the metas. See, this is also a different situation too than the comic book Salvation, is because it's God damn it, it fucking unlooped again. And it's probably going to get me copyright claimed again because this stupid fucking function on YouTube decides randomly not to work. Anyway, the weird thing about this is, though, it's a different universe. It's not just a different planet, you know? Those doors didn't just connect to other places in our Earth or our timeline, our universe, right? So, big old question mark about that. But they also set that up. That's where they're going to put all their meta-human supervillains. I think Peacemaker Season 2 would have benefited from another episode or two focused on Earth X. I think, like I said in my reactions, I think we needed one less episode in the first half. We spent way too much time before the just dancing around on a treadmill in the first 4 episodes. So many shows I enjoy are coming out all at once, like Has-Been, Vox Machina, and Mighty Nine, which was the first campaign I watched live. Yeah, we got we got Mighty Nine and Has-Been Hotel neck and neck. Now, Has-Been Hotel, that'll be done, I think, before Mighty Nine releases, since they're doing 2 a week, and it's only going to be 4 weeks of Has-Been. So, Mighty Nine then comes out. Vox Machina is not coming out until next year. So, that's not coming out around the corner just yet. So impatiently waiting for some Nautica movie. The Game of Thrones prequel looks good. I love how it has some humor to it. Gives it a different vibe, and interested to see it. Yeah, it had a much more jovial, whimsical kind of tone to it. Thank you, no worries on me. Let's see, will you be catching up on indie animation? Is Mark? Episode 2 comes out this month. I have no idea what that is. So probably not, because I still also haven't watched, I still haven't caught up on Amazing Digital Circus yet, so I'm a little behind on all that kind of stuff. No, in your opinion, who's better live action, Rick Flag Sr. or Creature Commandos Rick? I mean, Creature Commandos Rick is at least a more decent person by the end of it all, but all in all, it leads to the same thing. As opposed to the history that is not world events? Shut up, Rebecca. That's all. You know what? Just shut up. Is Gareth Edwards one of your all-time favorite directors? No. He's a good director, but all-time favorites? No. The Wonder Man trailer was actually kind of cool. I'll probably check it out a little bit later then, if that's the case. Did I see the blind box fizzies that are coming out October 15th? I think it don't hold me to that date. They're already out. You can already pre-order them. They might come out on October 15th, but you can already pre-order them. And I bought 5. Give me that gotcha box fizzies. I want to see what fizzies I get. NYCC panel revealed that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 3 will release fall next year. Venom is going to be in Season 2, and Daredevil returns in Season 2 with the red suit. Maybe it might be motivation to actually give that show a chance. Also, X-Men 97 Daredevil Born Again had news. Yes, I saw some of the Daredevil Born Again news. I didn't see any of the X-Men 97 news. The panel broke my brain because they cast Megan Fox as the voice of Toy Chica On one hand, it's wild casting, while on the other hand, knowing how she sounds in the games, it fits somehow. Interesting. That's cool. Wasn't aware you had a moderator. Also, have you seen Has-Been Hotel VR chat? I mean, there's no official Has-Been Hotel VR chat, so I do not entertain the idea of any kind of VR chat because it is just a cesspool for all kinds of fuckery. Yeah, no. But yeah, I've had moderators for a long time. Christian, Vince, some that haven't been here for a little while. Barry, you might see someday again, and Sheena. Anyway, James Darcy, I can't wait to hear Jarvis's voice again. Depending on flashbacks, we might actually see him. Don't know if they are your type of show or movie since it's horror season. Do you have a go-to horror franchise? My go-to horror franchise is Halloween. Halloween's my favorite horror franchise next to Scream, but I don't really feel like Scream fits into the Halloween season all that much. I think they might not have been talking about the fifth dimensional imps though. I mean, maybe not. Maybe imp is just, again, they're just throwing around terms or whatever. I don't know. But when I am in DC and I think of imps, I think of Mixospitalik. Hell yeah, I was the Green Ranger 1 year. Hell yeah, sick as hell. Did I see the Blue Beetle movie? What do you think of it? Please no spoilers. Absolutely, I had a lot of fun. It's a very flawed movie, but it had such a great vibe and I enjoyed the shit out of it all the same. I have a review up on the channel if you want to check it out. I was about to sit down and relax and read Harry Potter book 5. I was like, holy cow, it's 800 pages. Yep, that happens. Sometimes books have a lot of pages. Lackadaisy is now partners with Glitch. Can't wait to see Mafia Cats again. Lackadaisy's another one I haven't caught up on. But I did see that Glitch is picking them up to continue the series. Big books are cool, but they can get boring after a while. If they're not good at doing their job, for sure. I guess the point is he's consumed by revenge. We addressed that earlier. Also, Rick Flexiver's going out to party with Lex's goons is weird. Very fucking weird. Especially them doing lines of, you know what? Right there on the control deck. That's another way I was like, okay, Flag, what the fuck are you doing? I'm unfamiliar with whatever the Mafia Cats thing is, but why are they not Mafia? See, they need to pay you the big bucks. Heartbreaking missed pun. I saw someone say that Flag is Clayface or some shapeshifter because of how different he is acting, but I think this is just Flag. It's just bad writing choice. I think you're right as well, because I feel like another meta doing this wouldn't make sense. Whatever though. Rick Jr.'s death affected Flag, and Peacemaker is completely opposite directions. It gave Chris Smith his humanity back and killed the last of Flag's. They didn't flesh it out enough. They didn't handle that at all in any kind of way that makes that transition make sense to me. From the Flag that we knew, who already knew about his son's death and how it fucked him up, and then it just seems like it flipped a switch in his brain and made him a psychopath once he figured out who it was. I don't know, man. They needed to flesh it out way more than they did. For it to be fixated on him, yes. To build an entire planet for every fucking meta-human, potentially, that's a whole other conversation. For him to fixate on Peacemaker is one thing. What he's doing is completely out of pocket. Also, did you see the live Golden concert where the actresses of K-pop Demon Hunters got their song Golden? They weren't the actresses. They were the performers, right? It was the actual singers, the K-pop artists that did the actual singing voices. Because the people that play the characters while talking are different people than the ones that sing. It's the singers that did the live concert, right? I did see it. I did see the Golden performance on Jimmy Fallon with the record and all that. Because it's EJ, Twice, and some of the other, Riamai, and I forget the other one. Shit. Yeah, Twice. Thank you. I mean, there are some moments in the movie where the actual voice actors do sing, but most of the time it's an actual K-pop artist. It's a different person. Anyway, on today's episode of Troll, Bot, or Child, well, we're going to avoid that. We're skipping this episode. Really like your videos, and I enjoy them. Well, thank you, Angry Bob Gaming. Evil Sith Rick Flag really came out of nowhere, but maybe it was built up more throughout the season. I wouldn't question it, but I agree on me. Yeah. Please locking up Chris was stupid and made me mad after Chris went through. Yeah, dude, fuck yeah. I want fucking hellfire to come for Flag after all of that, you know? Rick is probably being brainwashed by Lex in a way. I don't know about that. Tell me Wednesday season 2 from now on. You got me quickly. I'll see this as being a protagonist. I have no idea what you said, Bianca. I have no idea what this comment is. Also saw your Agents of Steel season 6 premiere. Sarge is here. Anytime I see Sarge, I can only think of Red versus Blue. Also had a good time trying to lock up Flag. I guess the line at the end of Superman when that guy tells him metahumans now rule the world was supposed to foreshadow his turn, but it should have been more clear. Yeah, that guy feeling that way makes one thing. Maybe the look from Flag being like, oh, we lost control of this might be a little concerning, but I really feel like we skipped a lot of steps, I think. Damn, that slope was slippery, Flag probably. Very, very much so. Meant to say we're getting an animated movie adaptation of Batman Nightfall. It's going to be in 4 parts. That sounds cool, assuming it's executed well. Who would win a fight? Season 1 Invincible or Wolverine from X-Men 97? Invincible would whoop the absolute fuck out of Wolverine. Given he would just heal, but he couldn't do anything. Mark's faster, stronger, and almost, well, maybe not as durable, but I just don't think there's not a whole lot he could do. I've seen the new Batman trailer for the new show. No, I have no interest in Batfam. Saw Tron Ares yesterday, and honestly, it was pretty good. Not as good as Legacy, obviously, but still good. The visuals were mind-blowing, and the soundtrack is my favorite film score this year. Jared Leto was all right, though, which is basically par for the course. For somebody who's won or has he won an Oscar, or was he just nominated? I can't remember. I always forget. Because I've not seen a performance of his where I feel like he's actually given his A game. But he was the least offensive thing, I think, in Morbius, weirdly enough. He did win. Okay. But yeah, people need to just stop putting Jared Leto in things. But I'm excited for Evan Peters and Cameron Monaghan. I really can't wait to see that. X-Men 97 is getting a third season already. Hell yeah. Sorry, I meant your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2 is in fall. Okay, well, shit. God damn it. I want them to animate and continue and do a 97 version of the Spider-Man show. Who's Diane Keaton? It's Keaton. Keaton. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yelling. A well-renowned actress of the ages who's lost to us now. What's up, Kier? Praise be to Kier. How are you? Sorry, I'm gonna say who's Diane. Well, you tried and you failed. Did you hear the Fast and Furious movie might not happen? I heard that it has to reduce its budget significantly, or it might not happen, which is funny because if it doesn't happen, that means the whole franchise ends with Jason Momoa flooding like essentially just killing the entire team. And that's the end of the franchise. Jason Momoa wins, which is hilarious. Brian's still alive out there in the universe, at least. Funny thing about this Peacemaker season 2 is that with the bad season, people think the DCU is going to be bad, but it's just one bad season. I mean, some directors make mistakes, but Gunn has made a lot of wins. I agree with you. I mean, I don't even think it's bad. I just think it's messy. It's not awful. It's not terrible. It still is an entertaining ride. There's still a lot of really great bits all throughout it. I just have complaints, and some pretty reasonable ones, I feel. It's not as strong as the first season, but it's got some great fucking moments. Some of the highest highs, I think, so far in the DCU. But yeah, I mean, it's just like a This is like, oh, well, it's like you just kind of tripped on your way out. It didn't, and you didn't fall. I don't think. I don't think this is like James Gunn or the DCU falling down. I think it's just like, here we go. We're picking up some speed, and it's like, oh, Peacemaker season 2, and then hopefully we'll just keep on sprinting. Absolute Ben 10 is a fan comic. There's an official comic book reboot, Ben 10 coming in 2026. Oh, okay. I thought that was one of the same. What do you think of the nice Steven's Crazy trailer? We talked about that. I'm sure you mentioned this since it's been a couple weeks, but what are your thoughts on the trailer for the Insomniac's Wolverine game? It looks sick as hell. I love that they're leaning into the violence of it all, because it is Wolverine. That's one of the things I really liked about the movie tie-in game, if you got it for the PlayStation, was the way that they did the healing factor and the dismemberment and all that kind of stuff. It didn't really shy away from Wolverine as a guy that slices people into pieces. And I like that they leaned into it with that Insomniac story edge to it. I'm really excited for it. Did you hear about the time length for the Stranger Things episodes? We talked about that earlier. I do not trust that source, and I hope that is lies. I can't recommend a Steam Deck highly enough. I got mine back in 2021, and I've gotten every penny out of it and some. The thing is, you can, but you can't legally play a lot of the things I would use it for, and it wouldn't really work all that well for a lot of the games I do play. Otherwise, I would probably get one. Also, Clayface next year is written by Mike Flanagan, and he's gay like in the animated series too. I don't remember that bit, but I do remember the Mike Flanagan bit, which has me excited. Mike Flanagan writes only gold. He's not directing it though, but he wrote the script, which is promising as hell. What's up, D? First time on one of your streams, started watching you during the Ted Lasso reactions. You became one of my favorites and appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much, D. Those reactions, I think, were probably one of my most vulnerable ones, so thank you for sitting through a lot of that, especially with when I lost Pop-Tart, man. All that, I still can't think about that and not get a little fucked up, but yeah. That was probably like, I was very much so not certain about including that in that episode when I did that reaction or not, but I was like, it's just, I was so fucked up, I had to. Okay, I think Earth X mattered for Chris's character, but only that. I mean, it did, but we're not done with it. I don't know, whatever. Have you ever played any of the Alan Wake games? I have not. I've just finished the first one and I've just started the second one. It's a fun game. I haven't, actually. I have not. Gunn said he doesn't know if Keith will come back. That's fucking stupid. Also love the shirt, thank you. Also can't believe Eagly, being the Prime Eagle, didn't come up in the finale. What was the point of Eagly's storyline with Michael Rooker then? To kill fucking time. To waste time. To hee-hee-ha-ha while we drag shit out instead of expanding upon things that needed to be expanded. I'm sorry. It was great in the moment. But it annoys me in hindsight greatly. Have you ever decided what other spooky movies you might be reacting to this month other than Weapons? So right now my lineup is obviously Corpse Bride, which was the one that the patrons voted on. Weapons, which Prepper just finished the edit for, so I got to review that. That will be coming out this coming Wednesday. And then right now I'm going to be doing Bring Her Back, because I really want to see what those guys do, because I love Talk to Me. They did a fantastic job with that, so I wanted to watch that. And then I'm debating about doing the original Exorcist, which oddly enough was a loser on the poll. It was on the poll, or Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I don't know which one I want to do yet. But that'll be the fourth one, assuming I can get around to doing a fourth one. We're a chatty bunch. You can be, that's for sure. They would have just ended with the checkmate reveal. I think for me, it would have been a bit better than having Chris getting kidnapped and sent to Salvation. Felt wrong, especially since there's season 3. I kind of agree with that. But if Salvation is the storyline of Man of Tomorrow, Superman might rescue Chris. We'll see. Let's see. Steve Agee is a handsome man. I don't care. Thank you. Maybe I'm just thinking of Economos, the character. Steve Agee and the character are very different beasts. I think the future shows they should match the storyline to however many episodes they are allowed to do with the budget that they've been given. I mean, ideally, that's usually how things should go, yeah. What villains would you like to see on the Wolverine game? We only know that there is going to be Omega Red, and I can't spell her name. Also Sentinels. What, Mystique? Sabretooth. Like, you gotta have Sabretooth in a Wolverine game. Or a fun little appearance from the Hulk would be sick as hell. A Hulk fight would be cool. Not a villain, but like that would be cool. But Lady Deathstrike would also be really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I started watching your videos because Stranger Things, so it's cool to get to see those videos back. Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited. I really am, because it's the show's, for whatever hate it gets, for probably because of how popular it is. Hell, I came into it when season 4 was about to air, and that's when I finally caught up on everything. And I ate it up, man. It's one of my favorite shows ever. So I'm excited to get back into it and see how they bring it to a close. Also, wasn't Sasha Bordeaux in love with Rick? I mean, she had a crush. They were fucking on the side, but in love might be a stretch. Quite clearly not, because they definitely had a falling out by the end. Have you seen the trailer for a show called Heated Rivalry? No, I've not. Since you've been doing more queer shows recently, like Heartstopper and Young Royals, it's a hockey enemies to lovers story that looks great. Ooh, I do like enemies to lovers. But whatever comes next, that is up to the patrons to decide. That's how we landed on Young Royals to begin with, and for Heartstopper, which I was really happy to get into. It's really nice seeing Big Belly Burger again. Yeah, it was a pretty nice looking one too. Transformers issue 25, written by Robert Kirkman, comes out this week. Not a bad start from him. Hell yeah. What are you going to dress up for Halloween? I'm probably not going to dress up this year. Dressing up as Isabel from Shadowhunters. Not familiar. That's my costume. What's your costume? Question? Currently, I don't really have any plans on dressing up for Halloween. Brain needed to kind of process through everything. My apologies, I forgot that the budget was most likely spent a lot of it on the 2 bands, the set design for the different universes, and Nicholas Hoult, and then all the CGI for the little bit of the traversal throughout of it, and also the flying stuff where we had a couple scenes with that, the little bits with the cameras, the actual sets. You know, there's a lot of other things to kind of break it down. They're also probably, again, they're being very frugal, I think, a little bit with some of their projects. So I don't know. I get not a lot happened that was super crazy. So like, it doesn't completely dissuade the whole 8-episode argument, I'll say. What's my favorite? Favorite what? To be honest, I'm a little scared for Lanterns because it's gonna be grounded in nothing about Green Lanterns and grounded, if you know what I mean. When they said that, I 100% think all they meant is it's going to be rooted in the investigation of this murder that they are here on Earth to do. They meant grounded as in the tone. I think it's still very much so going to be fantastical. If it's not, that's going to be a little weird. What's my favorite food? Pizza. All day, every day. Night was the first Game of Thrones I'd like to check out based on the trailer. I mean, it might be a good place to start. I mean, it's a prequel after all. We're almost at the end of Gen V. I hope they don't kill off Cypher. He's such a good addition to this universe. We'll have to wait and see, man. I highly doubt he'll stick around, but who knows? Could be wrong. As the 7 Kingdom will have no dragons or magic, so that won't be nearly as high of a budget as House of the Dragon. True. There is definitely that. On your channel, are you even gonna watch Young Royals movie after season 3? Question. As far as I know, Young Royals ends with season 3. There's no Young Royals movie coming, unless you meant Heartstopper, because there is a Heartstopper movie coming, unless there is a Young Royals movie that I don't know about, but I've been told the story for Young Royals ends in season 3. Sorry to do this on you, but can you verify real quick? I do have permission to ban users unless of membership status or super chats given if they break the rules, right? Yes. Yeah, regardless of that. If they are being, if they're ignoring any of our warnings or any of that sort, I don't care. I would like to not. It's going to suck. It would suck, but I won't let that hinder the chat. No. So yeah. Don't think we need 20 episode season or it will be filler city. True. I do not lament filler city time. I had no idea I was on the Mordorian in this one. I was really hyped that they're doing 2 episode a week for Hasbin again. I think it's great in like the binge capacity, but I don't like how fast the show is just going to fly by. But also, just as a creator, covering 2 episodes every week is just mildly annoying, especially when you're dealing with copyright and all of that. Apologize for being annoying to you. I didn't mean to cause you any trouble. I only wanted to have fun. Well, have fun, but not by pretending and juggling around, gaslighting, and doing any kind of goofy shit. That's just not going to get you any kind of favors here on the channel. I think Knights of the Seven Kingdoms is a Game of Thrones sitcom. As shown in the trailer, there will be comedy. That might be going a little far. Heard Knights of the Seven Kingdoms will be announced the 2nd season already a couple months ago, so it must be good. I didn't hear that. That's news to me, but hell yeah, if will. What's up, Ukuri? How are you? What's up, Superbad? How are you? Fantastic movie, by the way. Do we really need the Eagly subplot? No. Without that, we could have gotten more Earth X. Yes. Recently got done with Severance, and my God, why didn't I watch it sooner? Honestly, that's been the case with every Apple TV Plus show that I've watched so far. And I still haven't watched Shrinking. I still haven't watched what's that other thing going on right now? The Studio, which I've heard was fantastic. Yeah. Scream is a comfort series I could throw on anytime. Terrifier is a Halloween trilogy. Terrifier, I don't even know if I mean, I haven't seen it, but that doesn't seem like, oh, I'm going to throw that on just to have a good time. I don't know. Not for me, at least. I love the Saw films. I do love the Saw films, but I don't know if I would watch them. I don't really consider them Halloween movies I would watch around Halloween, though. I guess Gunn might have been going for a rich people don't care about their employees kind of thing. Maybe, but he's also not rich. I don't know. Whatever. I'll add that to my CV. Hell yeah, go for it. You can use me as a reference. I'll back you up. Which world would you rather travel to explore more? He-Man's world or the Thundercats world? Thundercats. 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 Oh! Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Probably still Thundercats. Omni, how's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6 so far? I'm really enjoying it. It's a little more loosey-goosey, and I kind of like it, but also a little darker all at the same time. It's weird how well that show balances its tone. I'm assuming no one liked this Peacemaker Season 2 finale. I think the finale is fine if the rest of the season backed it up, if that makes sense. And where everybody is by the end, except for Chris, I love. The one moment that an actor sang in KDBH was Gina's intro, and that was the one song that's not on the damned album. Yeah, I noticed that as well. But yeah, I could have swore there was a moment in the film where Rumi's actress sung, but I guess I could be wrong about that. Could Rick Sr. be under the influence of Brainiac? I think we're looking for too many, like, scapegoats for the Rick Flag thing. I think this is just them fucking up Rick Flag right now, and we're just gonna have to roll with it. But, it's plausible. It's possible. How the heck does Flag expect to lock up Flash and Aquaman? No idea. Here's the thing. Flash can escape that willy-nilly. assuming is that he's gotten that far in his career and his powers and whatnot. You can't contain the Flash anywhere. Can't be in time or dimensions or space. You can't. It's just not possible. I don't know. It sounded extremely xenophobic the way he started talking about it, where it started off being about protecting people from the ones that keep escaping. But then his conversation, his rhetoric started to sound like every metahuman. So, who knows? I watched into Peacemaker Season 2 finale, and it left me speechless. Do you think that Man of Tomorrow will have a post-credit scene that shows Peacemaker in the other world? I think Man of Tomorrow is going to be on the other world, so I don't think it's going to even be in the post-credit scene. We don't know if Flash and Aquaman are public heroes yet. Also true. Batman, we know at least, is in operation right now, and has been for a few years because he was in Creature Commandos. Yeah, he win. When does Man of Tomorrow come out? I think, what did they say, 2027, I think? Oh man, I gotta swoon over an evil Rick Flag now. Oh, Jonesy, no. Same on me every time I think of Sarge from RVB. I can hear his shotgun cocking in my head. Drop and give me infinity. Dirty Blues. I'm out of whiskey. Did I like the Peacemaker Season 2 dance intro? Yeah, it was fine. I don't think it's as catchy as the I don't know. I think I still like the Wigwam one better. Both are still good though. Are you going to be sad once you're done with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Yes. Also because I'm going to dread what monstrosity is going to win the poll after it. That's going to consume my ever-waking world for the next 2-3 years after the fact is going to be. Don't know any Green Lantern oaths off by heart. I used to. I'm not even going to try that right now. I'm also a little buzzed. In blacker day and brighter day and darkest night. Some might. Meh, Green Lantern. That's how it goes, right? I've never agreed more with the TikTok than one that I saw said, I'm begging the other members of the 30 Seconds to Mars to let this man make other music videos and get him out of cinema's hair before I have a stroke. Yes. They just need to lock his ass up. Just got hope for leaving things off for other projects to wrap up doesn't become a trend in DCU. Yeah, me either. It's an awful trend if it becomes one. I was on Stranger Things for Halloween once. Cool. In Flanagan, we trust. In Flanagan, we do trust. He's also a fellow X-Files fan. There you go, guys. Hit your drink right there. Get it in. Because he actually responded to one of my tweets asking about it. And I was like, because there were so many so clear references. And then in Midnight Mass, what's the character's name? The lead character in his bedroom is a poster of Scully and Annabeth Gish are both in the same scene. And she was already in Hill House and Bly Manor and whatever, but she was also in that again. I was like, dude's gotta be an X-Files fan. And I was like, dude, someone has to let me know if Mike Flanagan is an X-Files fan. And he said, I'm a huge fan. He responded. He actually responded. Mike Flanagan himself responded to my tweet just being like, yeah, man, huge fan. I can't remember exact words, but he confirmed my suspicions. And again, in Midnight Club, he cast William B. Davis, the cigarette-smoking man, as well. Anyway, sorry, my little tirade for the day. For now, at least. I was Max from Stranger Things for Halloween. Hell yeah. Did you watch the new Anaconda trailer starring Jack Black and Paul Rudd? I did. And what an interesting fucking meta-ass premise. We're gonna go to the Amazon rainforest and film a remake of our favorite movie, Anaconda, in which we start being hunted by an actual giant man-eating anaconda. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I saw Anaconda 3 times in theaters. Well, I'll be watching Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein when it drops. It looks amazing. I'm going to try to. I want to. When does it come out? It comes out next month, right? November? It's also a tough choice because you'd have to chop Rocky Horror to fucking shreds to post it on YouTube, unfortunately. I would imagine so from all the music. And then God knows what else is on there. But I saw who just reacted to it. Was it Rejects or was it Sort of Stupid? I can't remember. Somebody on my feed just recently reacted to it. And that's kind of what made it kind of pop in my head. Because I've never seen it. Omni's, your reaction to Agent Carter only going to be on Patreon. For the foreseeable future, currently I have no plans of releasing it on Patreon right now. It was the Rejects? Okay, thank you. Wolverine fighting Alpha Flight 2 would be pretty sick. That would also be cool. What other villains do you think would also end up sent to salvation? I mean, it just depends, because right now they can do whatever because we're at the start of this universe. I know Gorilla Grodd, I think, was one of the main ones that was sent over there in that comic storyline, but I can't remember who else was over there. So excited for Clayface. He's one of my favorite Batman villains. I hope they use his powers to the full extent, like creating weapons and shapeshifting. Same. You can blame Stranger Things for my introduction to the channel too. Well, hell yeah. I'm glad they brought you over here, because I may have seen Stranger Things, but then I met you. And you're strange as fuck. I keyed. I jest. Do you have any interest in watching Wonder Man because once it drops on Disney Plus? I'm gonna watch it. I watched Ironheart. I'm gonna watch all the fucking MCU shows, so I'm not out of the loop. Whatever. I'll watch it. Can't wait for your weapons reaction on Patreon. I thought it was a pretty good movie. It was an insane fucking movie is what it was. I'm still trying to unpack what the fuck was this movie actually about, and I still don't really have a solid answer, but it was an insane, wild ass movie. I hope I don't have to wait too long for Severance Season 3. Hopefully not as long as we waited for Season 2. I don't know how I feel about Clayface. Having a Batman villain getting a solo film before an actual Batman film is bonkers. Also, Sony has traumatized me with solo films of villains. Well, they at least said he's going to be a villain. It's going to be a tragic story, which it is. Clayface's story is tragic, but he will be a villain. It's not going to be some dancing around a kind of bullshit anti-hero thing. I hope, at least, like all the stupid shit Sony has been doing. Weird question, but have you ever seen Wizards of Waverly Place? And have you seen the reboot? I have never seen it. The only live action show I've watched on Disney ever was That's So Raven, and I think that is it. In Ghostface voice, what's your favorite scary movie? In general, like non-franchise, it's probably Psycho. It's either Psycho or The Shining, because they're both fucking amazing, near perfect films. Favorite franchise is Halloween, though. What's up, Dawson? How are you? Just finished watching your reaction to the Peacemaker finale. Enjoyed it. That said, I'm starting to feel a bit burned out with the James Gunn projects, and I hope future projects start feeling a bit more smooth, like with the pacing and the writing, since I'm still not entirely hooked yet on the DCU as much as I want to. I'm right there with you. I am a little... This was my concern going into it. The first 3 projects of the DCU all being James Gunn, like, sculpted from the ground up. You can definitely smell James Gunn all over it. Because they all have this weird fucking out of place sense of humor that sometimes just doesn't work. And I don't know, it's just not focused. But yeah, here we are. I'm right there with you though. I am ready for the next non-James Gunn product. Just to see how, just to get something that feels different. As Edward Nygma, Omni as Edward Nygma for Halloween would be awesome. And I assume we're talking about, well, I mean, he's not Edward Nygma in The Batman, but I was going to say the Batman version. Paul Dano, Genevieve Season 2. Emma is literally the most funniest character on there. Yes, indeed. And I will protect her with my life and soul. Let's see. Have I seen Mary Poppins? I have never seen a single Mary Poppins show, movie. Is there a show? I've never seen any of the movies. I've seen clips and stuff, but I've never seen anything from it. Season 2 is like the last time I watched Wednesday, because on Instagram and TikTok, she said most of the cast will be right. I'm very upset about that, and that's why I will not. She said most of the cast will be right. I don't know. I still have no idea what you're trying to say, Bianca. Agreed. I prefer not to. I do not actually like wielding the band hammer, but I'll do it. Who wins in a fight? Goku Super Saiyan 3 versus Season 9 CW The Flash. Realistically, if Barry ever took anything seriously, he's next to unstoppable. He can pause time. He can phase through beings. If he wanted to, this may be a hot take, he could just rip Goku's heart out of his own chest. Oh, you barely survived a heart virus? How about a fucking heart, a fucking hand in your heart? Or how about no heart? Doesn't matter how strong he is, we know that's not how their bodies work. He can literally just pull his heart out. If he really wanted to go for blood, he could kill him. And that's the problem with the Flash as a character when you're writing for 9 goddamn seasons, is how the hell do you keep a character who can do anything he wants, but chooses to be dumb as fuck and not, is wild. Yeah, Flash, literally unstoppable. Also CW Flash, oh no, a boomerang. Yep, that's it. That's the dichotomies. Nick got that one. Ortega and I follow on the Instagram, and I told me that task with season 3 will be off, so I'll not be watching season 2. For me, I would not be watching any other seasons of Wednesday Sad. I still don't know what you're saying. A lot of the task will be off for I have cast, maybe? I'm not sure what you're trying to say, Bianca. I'm still gonna watch it. Even if we lose cast members, I'm still gonna watch it. I don't give a shit, personally. What's your favorite trailer that's been released recently? Mighty 9, probably. Oh no, sorry. I hate to say this, and I doubt they're watching, but the Has-Been Hotel trailer was fucking insane. I'm excited to play Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. I probably won't play it. I really typically don't play Lego games, and I barely have time right now for gaming. I'm trying to catch up on Rebirth, though. I'm doing a pretty good job right now. Is Die Hard considered a holiday movie? I say yes. Working for Luther, I don't know. I'm just saying it makes sense. Just trying to make sense of it. I mean, that just goes again, it just goes against everything that we've seen up to this point. Trick or Treat is my movie of choice for every Halloween. That's one I've never seen. Die Hard is a Christmas movie in my eyes. Same, because people are like, no, it's just an action movie that takes place on Christmas. Well, bitch, please. It's about a dad trying to remedy his connection in time for the spirit of the holiday with his broken family, to be with his kids, to be with his wife as he brings this slew of presents that he's hoping to fix all of it together with. And then this German dude just gets in his way, impeding his Christmas spirit. The fucking movie is about a dad bringing presents to his broken home and being there for the holiday season. Eat shit, it's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie? What was that? God damn it. It's not a Christmas movie, my dick. This dramatic retelling of Die Hard brought to you by whiskey. The finale would have been fine if there was a season 3. It wouldn't have fixed it from the problems that I had, but I'd feel less, I'd have less issues if I knew it would be resolved in a season 3, I think. I think maybe Flag thinks he's using Luther, but he's also being used. That's still, I don't know. Argus can't take out Eagly, and they think they can lock up all metas. They've been clearly kidding themselves. That is very true. That is true. They couldn't have a one goddamn eagle. Given it was the prime eagle. IRC, the breakdown for KDBH was the voice actors who were singing their own songs, except for the completed versions of Takedown, which that plays when they are fighting on top of the train. Okay. That's good to know. Just hope that the Lanterns, they don't waste time and have them out of costume mostly. How Peacemaker was hardly in a costume. I mean, they're going to not be in costume a decent amount when they're trying to investigate a crime on Earth. I don't expect them to always be suited up unless something happens and they gotta throw hands. I'm not going to expect personally, I just hope we see Constructs, the Rings, and them doing Green Lantern shit. I don't know that the story should call for them being in their lantern suits too often. Reminds of the Legends future where they lock up every meta seasons 3 and 4. Yeah, right. That is a future storyline in Legends of Tomorrow that they did do where every metahuman, it was just illegal to be a metahuman and they were all locked up. Storyline Peacemaker is based on Salvation Run. We talked about that earlier. Do you see a season 2 of Penguin happening? I think they confirmed it's not happening, but I could be wrong about that. How do you think Lanterns will tie into Salvation? Probably whoever they're after might end up getting locked up there. Maybe that's the closest thing we'll find for that. Who knows? Have I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? If not, would you think of reacting to it? Also, how are you enjoying Gravity Falls? Can't wait for you to get to season 2. I'm loving Gravity Falls. I've never actually watched a full episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've seen a couple clips here and there, but I've never seen a full episode. What's up, Rice Cake? How are you? Oh, that was a good one, Omni. That Dirty Blues was almost perfect. The Normies did a version of Peacemaker Dance on their channel. It was awesome. Somebody mentioned that earlier also. I'm not going to school I'm going to take a stand on Instagram, and that most of the original cast is being right off for other reasons. So that's the reason I will not be watching season 3. So sad. Okay, so it's about the cast. So some of the cast is not going to be coming back, which makes sense. If season 3 is not going to be at the school, because the school is closed by the end of season 2. Spoilers. School does not open anymore. So who knows? Let's see. In brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. For those who worship evil's might, beware my power. Green Lantern's light. Thank you, Nick. Coming in for the save. Which Hulk do you like? Rage Hulk, Hulk with some brain cells, or both? Rage Hulk, preferably. Gunn said that saying Salvation will be a big part of Man of Tomorrow, but do you think that this debunks the theory of Brainiac being the villain of the sequel? Oh, it could be more that his allusions to brains and control and all that could be Desaad, since it was used as a study and research facility for Desaad for the New Gods for Darkseid. What's up, Emma? Just stopping to say hello. Hope you're having a good day. I'm at Junk Fest. I have no idea what that is. Sounds cool. Hope you're having a good time, and thanks for stopping in. At a similar moment on Twitter before it became a you-know-what bar, where after the first Knives Out, I at Ryan Johnson, and I said, I need 100 years of Benoit Blanc now, and Johnson liked it. That's fun. I've had a couple people like different things, but very few times have I had like a response. I know I've had John Wesley Shipp respond to a tweet of mine once, and it was like, I think I posted my emotional reaction, or somebody posted my emotional reaction, I think, of or maybe I just tweeted about it. I can't remember exactly. It was about his death scene in Crisis on Infinite Earths, because I grew up with that Flash, and I was like, that hit me hard. And he had a little like thing talking about how great it was to see the emotions and all that kind of stuff, and like it was yeah, I don't know, it warmed my heart a little bit. And then there was the Mike Flanagan thing. Raul Coley responded to a Instagram comment of mine once, which is super cool. I'm excited to see your weapons reaction. Oh yeah, Jay and Adam have that software that strips the spoken audio from the music and get around copyright. I keep forgetting. I need to ask them about that. Real Rejects had a trick about it, but I've struggled with it, and I've not had a lot of luck with it. So I should probably text Adam about that. Could Clayface end with him getting sent to Salvation? I think not, because I'm pretty sure it's Clayface's origin story. You're all extremely welcome. Also, have you seen Invincible Season 4 teaser? We talked about that earlier. I did. Pretty fun, but I was hoping, but as soon as Mark started yapping about how awesome he was and how handled the Invincibles and Conquest, only 6 words played in.
My mind, a quote from the great Leonard Church himself. Oh, you're so full of shit. Blame season 7 and 8 of The Flash for introducing me to you. Fair enough. There are some positives that came out of it. The Arrowverse brought me here, so you can blame that for me being here as well. Hey, I love the Arrowverse, man. I love it to death. I will defend it end on end, but I will still call it on its bullshit. He handled the Invincibles. Still enjoyed watching you after all these years. Well, thank you so much, Dalton. That means a lot to me, man. Did you hear Keith David is getting a long overdue star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Yeah, that was... he made a video about that. That was like months ago. I congratulated him about it at SDCC when I was there in San Diego when I met him at Blurted Bougie. He was there. A lot of people were talking to him. We were hanging out, and I went over to talk to him. I said, congratulations to the star, and yeah, he made an Instagram reel about it, or I think he might have been live as it was being announced. I can't remember. But yeah, it's well-deserved, well-deserved. Feige said Daredevil Born Again Season 2 connects in a big way to Spider-Man 4. Okay. Which goes against his previous comments that the shows are disconnected from the movies. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I'm late. What's up? How are you? Doing good. What's up, Green Light? 7 is a truly amazing movie. I've never seen it, but I've seen the ending. So, or at least the what's in the box scene. I know that. So I just feel like maybe I don't need to watch the movie or shouldn't watch the movie. Like, everybody knows that fucking scene. How? Because everybody, it was fucking viral before viral was a thing. Everybody knew the what's in the box thing. I've seen that entire scene. I've just never seen the movie leading up to it, and honestly, I'd probably vomit if I got to that point, because just with the context alone, the context of that scene alone legitimately unsettles me to my core. And I didn't like just watching that clip. It fucked me up. I don't know if I can handle watching the whole movie. Like, emotionally, that would just destroy my soul. Anyway, by the way, Glitch Productions owned Lackadaisy to make a full season. They partnered with them to make a full season, yes. I feel like 80s/90s kiddos were either Disney or Nickelodeon kids, or Cartoon Network was the only kind of universal one. I was Nickelodeon girly, to the surprise of absolutely no one. Yeah, I watched Disney Afternoon, so like Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Bonkers, some of the older DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, all that. But other than that, and Kim Possible, I did watch a little bit of Kim Possible when that came out. But I spent 90% of my time on either Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network, and I'd only switch to Cartoon Network when Nickelodeon was basically done with all their prime stuff. So yeah, Gunn has a weird sense of humor. I think watching Peacemaker podcast has ruined some of the behind-the-scenes magic for me. I've not watched any of them, so I'll probably continue to avoid them. I'll say this, wait, what's this? Hold up. What is the ideal setting for a dystopian story? Modern day, post-apocalyptic fantasy, post-apocalyptic retro futurism, Fallout, or post-apocalyptic future? I like retro futurism, like Fallout. I think that's the best kind of dystopian kind of thing, personally. I like it. Because it can parody and satire a lot of things in a really interesting way, I think. I'll say this, I love Creature Commandos, but didn't like Superman. Didn't really like Season 2 of Peacemaker. Gunn needs to really pull him back from being full Gunn. I kind of agree. I don't love Superman because I think Gunn got a little too Gunn in it. There's a musical version of Mary Poppins that's been on Broadway, but the movie version is better. Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke make that movie. I think I've seen some of the Dick Van Dyke scenes, for sure. Kind of sounds like a Deadpool. Damn, I missed an hour of a stream. You did. Hello, sorry. Hello, Omni. Sorry I'm late, my dear. I really loved your reaction to Corpse Bride. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Ginger. Hope you're doing well. Speedsters is so hard to write for and is very limited by the writer's creativity. 100%. That's what happens when you have writers that are not that good. You have great storytelling for a little while, and then you really start having to try to like, well, how do we write around this now when we basically were working with a god? And they couldn't really come up with a lot of creative ways around that. Yes, Hazbin Hotel Season 2 trailer is insane. I can't wait. Same. Watch Meta Runner 2. I'm not sure what that is. Preach. Agreed. Die Hard is a Christmas movie with this. Christmas movie. Same with Batman Returns. I need to rewatch Batman Returns to really chime in on that one. Isn't there a whole segment with Penguin and presents though? I don't know. This dramatic retelling of Die Hard brought to you by whiskey. I know Glitch is going to take over for Disney in the future. That whiskey's hitting hard. Ever watched The Craft? I have seen The Craft. I've seen it quite a few times. Familiar. Obsessed with Hazbin's sneak peek song, Gravity. I refuse to watch it until I've seen the episode where it's intended to be itself. Same with the clip that they showed. Everybody else seems to be really loving it, and that's what the promo card that they were giving away at NYCC was. And I was able to, I knew somebody that was there, and they were able to help me get a card. Morgan was at NYCC, and they were able to, I believe they were able to snag me a card. I love Stranger Things videos. Season 4, they blew my mind every time. We watch Stranger Things. Love your channel. That's probably one of my favorite reaction series we've done so far. I'm with you. Die Hard is a goddamn Christmas movie. I now have a machine gun. Ho, 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 ho. Come on. Next forgotten Disney movie you need to check out is Bolt. Now that one, I've never seen Bolt. Can we agree that Terminator 2 Judgment Day is the best in the franchise? Yeah. Oh yeah. No competition from any other movie in that. The closest one is the first movie, and it's a good movie. I don't like it nearly as much as T2. And then it's just downhill from there, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was gonna hold off a bit, but then I saw the thumbnail for Gravity. And comrades, I'm a weak man. Hello. Let's see. Glitch revealed that they're teaming up with Lackadaisy to make a full season. Knights of Guinevere Future and the Amazing Digital Circus episode season 8, episode 7 going to be released at 12. Yeah, we talked about the Amazing Digital Circus stuff earlier. I didn't see anything about the Guinevere stuff though. Meta human outlawing equal Captain America Civil War. Kinda, a little bit, except it's not just registration. It sounds like they're just going to lock you up, like concentration camp style. Just no, get over there. We found out you are one. Get over there. Obsessed with the Taylor Swift new album, Life of a Showgirl. Smart Hulk also, that's also rageful. Happens in the comics. Love it. I think I was probably a little more thinking to, obviously, the one in the MCU. What? You hated the Swift album? I haven't heard a damn thing from it, but this is interesting. All right. Fight. Cat fight. Initiate. They could low-key use Salvation's storyline to set up a dark side story down the road. They very well could. No, that's okay. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Just realized whatever happened to the kid from season 1 of Wednesday who liked Bianca. The mayor's son? What happened? He just disappeared. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even remember who you're talking about, though. Goes to show what happened there. Love my little weirdo. Had a little great moment in this finale, though. Have I watched The Community? I've never seen The Community. I am not. What? How? What? Love your reaction video. Love your videos so much. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you so much. Is that Sasha? It's a Sasha potato girl, right? I'm not. Listen, some anime characters can look pretty damn the same, but I'm pretty sure that's Sasha. Yeah, that's totally Sasha. Love the Arrowverse as well, but yeah, it's not perfect. Fun fact, I've been in my spare time doing a full rewrite of the entire Arrowverse. That's wild. Hell yeah, man. The whole movie is worth. Even knowing that big moment, you'd still say it's worth the whole trek, I'd say. I'm sure a lot of people would be pretty annoyed, but yeah. I think I was introduced to your channel via the Arrowverse as well. Never looked back. I'd stay watch it still. Okay. I'm happy for all the people that came in with the Arrowverse when that was the only thing we covered for a long time and stuck it out. Yeah, it's very easy to get spoiled on that. Sorry, my questions. I've been home for you to be today. Just had a hard time sleeping. Something sorry for my questions being a little too hard to forgive you. Sorry. All good. It's just I'm gonna say if I can't understand the question, I'll let you know. Have you not seen it? How have you seen the scene? I think most people have seen the scene even if they haven't seen the movie. If only you know the reference. It got memed all to hell, parodied all to hell. Yeah. I'm doing good, Rosie. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well. Dude, read that again. Which thing? Dude, how have you not seen it? Not how you... The scene? What do you... Read what again? I'm confused. I'm so confused. What's happening now? Still watch 7 though. 7 is one of those weird movies you can watch by cultural osmosis alone. Same with Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense, also, never seen the entire fucking movie, but I've seen the scene. I'm so dumb. It's okay. We know. Cool shirt. What other One Piece merch have you gotten? This, I've got a, I can't remember where I put it. I think it's in there with my other posters I haven't put up. But the same person that sent me this sent me this nameplate. Oop. And then they also sent me like a giant wall scroll of all of the devil fruits in their Japanese names. And then a wall scroll map of the entire Grand Line. And then, of course, I have my Luffy costume that I bought for a video. Gun goes too far on the jokes in Peacemaker Season 2. And, yeah, agreed. Did you hear about Netflix's rebooting Captain Planet? Because it's going to be a live-action show. There's been talks of a live-action Captain Planet for the last 15 years. So I will believe it when I see it. SpongeBob Fairly Odd Parents reference hit, but I was a Toonami kid. I came home, gave myself a rug burn, sliding on my knees in front of the TV to watch Inuyasha and G Gundam. You came into Toonami after I did, man. I came in on that initial run with Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball right when I got home. That was it. It was Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, and then Yu Yu Hakusho and Gundam Wing. But I mean, yeah, I was at Nickelodeon before Toonami even existed. Hell, I remember watching Nickelodeon before Cartoon Network existed. Cartoon Network wasn't always there. That's why season 1 of The Flash is the best. Yes, indeed. I agree. Corpse Bride is a great movie. Have you seen Nightmare Before Christmas? I have. I've seen that many, many times at this point. Mid-90s Nickelodeon afternoon schedule was insanely good. Two of a Kind, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Dude, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Clarissa Explains It All. Also, give me that Melissa Joan Hart all day long. The Amanda Show, Keenan and Kel, Angry Beavers, Rugrats, Tina, Sister Sister. Yeah, I watched all of those except, I think, Two of a Kind. But then, like, not even just Angry Beavers and Rugrats, man, but like, well, I mean, it was a little bit later, but I was gonna say like Invader Zim. I immediately like went brain dead when I was like, oh, and then what else? Hey Arnold. That was another one I loved watching all the damn time. The Nicktoon lineup was just crazy. Ah Real Monsters. And then 2000s hits, and then they hit us with Avatar. The Last Airbender, man. So good. Sorry, my question a little bit hard to read today. I've been having trouble sleeping recently. because I've been, so sorry. It's all good. It's all good. Most of my questions are confusing and weird, aren't they? No, not really. That's fair. I'm gonna wait, but curiosity got the better of me. Bolt is Forgotten. I'll watch that with my nephew. Sorry, I thought there was a Royals movie, but I was wrong. Sorry for sending. No, you're good. You're good. I just want to make sure I was understanding. Understood about not listening to the songs released from Has Been Hotel before their season releases, but I can tell you both songs are amazing. Has Been songs in general are banger after banger. I've heard a lot of people are not, or maybe not a lot of people. There's a vocal contingent of people on social media hating on Has Been Guarantee. We heard it for the most part in the trailer, so that I have listened to. I like it. I don't know what the problem is with it. Dark Fate wasn't too bad. It was just really good to have Sarah Connor back. It was also a straight sequel to T2. Dark Fate is a fantastic movie if it wasn't a Terminator movie. Like, it's a great action movie. It's a great turn your brain off and sit back and have fun movie. As an entry in the Terminator saga, it fails spectacular. Everything it is critiquing, it is commenting on, everything that is complaining about the franchise as a whole, it does. It does it. It's so mind-numbingly stupid in that way. Like, it's trying to turn its nose up about everything around the franchise while doing everything it's bitching about. It's dumb. Oh, let's just rename everything and do the same story, and then be like, oh, we're not doing the same story while doing the exact same story. It's infuriating. It has some cool moments in it though, like what happens to a Terminator after it's completed its mission. That was actually an interesting story thread. Sarah Connor was the best part of the movie though. I will give it that as well. Also, Diego Luna was phenomenal. The story itself was batshit dumb as fuck. But that's been most Terminator films after 2. Dark Fate was the worst in the franchise, that or Rise of the Machines. I will at least say Dark Fate has some competency in the way that it did its action. I still have not seen Genesis, so I can't speak on that one, I guess. I've just heard nothing good about it. I think K-Pop Demon Hunter is my favorite movie of this year, and I've only watched it twice and watched 5 reactions, but listened to the soundtrack a bunch. I've listened to the soundtrack until the Hell of a Boss season 2 and season 1 and 2 soundtracks released together. I was listening to just K-Pop Demon Hunters since I reacted to it in the car. So, can't blame you there. Personally love Terminator Salvation. That one wasn't awful. It's just like, it's hard to get. It's like the Alien franchise. The first 2 are phenomenal and lay the groundwork for so much, and everything after just fails to like even honor what came before. Difference being, then we have a Romulus that did a pretty damn good job of it, and we haven't quite hit that with the Terminator franchise at all. Let's see. I've been watching several of your reactions, really enjoying them. Kind of random question: have you ever seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? If not, I think you would like it. I have a review up for it on the channel. You can check it out. I adore that movie. Have seen FNAF 2 reveal. Matt Pat is voicing Toy Bonnie. I'm excited. I don't know who Toy Bonnie is. Obviously Bonnie. I don't know if that's different from Robo Bonnie or the regular Bonnie, but somebody mentioned that earlier. I believe they mean have you not seen the movie.
Well, I think she's going to explain what she fucked up here after saying, I read it wrong. The Sixth Sense is so worth it besides the twist. Like, everything in that movie is so good, not just the ending. What my dumb brain was trying to say was how have you not seen the movie? Not how have you seen the scene. The scene is impossible to avoid. I just felt like I didn't need to watch it. I wasn't really interested when it came out, and then everybody was what's in the box, and I just never really got around to it. Do you have a name for where they got the nameplate made from? It's on Etsy. I can't remember the name of the store. I think this exact one isn't available on there anymore. The person doing it at this point. Remember that kid who helped his friends with the ruining the party at Nevermore in season 1? He was the mayor's kid. Him and Bianca started talking more, and whatever happened to that kid. I still, like, even with that description, I do not remember that kid at all. The monster thingy, Avatar, the monster thingy. Football head. Yeah, early 2000s. All that as well. So much of that. Watched so much of all that. Drake and Josh. Child of the 80s, Nickelodeon. Child of the 90s, Cartoon Network. Child of the 2000s, Disney? Maybe Disney owns the 2000s finally. I don't know. I don't like Has Been Guarantee, but most of the songs are great. I don't understand the issue with Has Been Guarantee. Like, it's like it fits in line with a lot of the other songs from even season 1, I think. I think it and like Ready for This and some of the other ones are kind of like on the same level. But that's just me. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna watch the Kingdom Kill Halloween special after the stream now. Hell yeah. Some folks are just ready to bitch no matter what the actual content is when it comes out. Like, not all of the complaints, but enough of them. Who would win a fight? CW Flash with no brain cells or Patrick Star? Honestly, maybe Patrick Star. Like Has Been Guaranteed too. Don't see any problem with it. The harmonies from Joel and Lily are so good. Yes, they are. I'm not a massive fan of Has Been Guaranteed, but my mind might change when I see it, if that makes sense. I like having visuals to kind of accompany it. It might help. It might help a little bit with it, I'd think. My God, Boy Meets World Halloween special. Man, I haven't seen Boy Meets World in a while. Speaking of, I can't remember. I mean, not everybody here follows my Instagram, but I got to meet, finally got to meet Will Friedle a few months ago, and it made me giddy. So giddy. I think the only Terminator I've seen is Salvation. Oh, you need to see T1 and T2, man. If you're planning on any other movie reaction, you should react to Home on the Range. It was my childhood movie. I've never seen it. I have never seen it, so maybe one day. Genesis is so dumb, it's actually very fun if you're in the right mood for it. Because Genesis is the one with Matt Smith, right? Fun fact, Salvation was my first Terminator film. Robert Patrick will always be the greatest Terminator villain. Yes, indeed. Also, X-Files. I finally get to meet him next month. I have a feeling that Wicked for Good might still steal that reign from K-pop, though. Good possibility. Sixth Sense is a great movie. Help, help, I've been roasted. I see dead people. Is the dead people me? Maybe. 5 minutes from 6. And we're almost caught up. Maybe Mayor died on Wednesday, right? Got knocked down out of the car. Maybe the kid moved. Hey, that's a good, maybe. Patrick has cartoon logic, right? That's correct. That's true. Hard to beat that. When Gravity, you had the scene. True. With Gravity, you had the scene, right? Because they were playing the video alongside of all of it. I think the visuals will add a lot of context and flavor to the song, and maybe if you didn't like it, it might turn you around on it a little bit. I know that happens with me for some songs as well. 90s Nickelodeon was awesome. Oh, Rocket Power. That was another one. I loved Rocket Power. With Matt Smith is generous. He was in 2 scenes as the personification. Only 2 scenes? I thought he was in it so much more than that. That's another reason I probably have not in a rush to watch that movie.
To end with Terminator fun fact, my film professor in college worked on the ending scene of T2. Oh, that's sick as hell. And then for Halloween, you should react to movie 9. I've seen that. I saw that in theaters. I have no idea how I watched that when I was a kid. I saw it in theaters when it came out. I remember seeing it. I don't really remember much about the movie, but at least for this Halloween, I've got my lineup kind of on lock at the moment. But we've officially caught up with the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. Like I said, I was going to try for a hard stop here at 6, and we made it. But last one here. Ginger, love Matt Smith, my favorite doctor, plus he's hot. You really are a female Dion at times, just on occasion. But you're not wrong. He's also my favorite doctor. But yes, be safe, everybody. Have a happy rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys next week for another stream. But enjoy your week. Keep an eye out for the videos we got coming around, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care, everybody.